All right, so this was the big issue last week, and here we are talking about it right now. The Mayor Rob Palmieri on the line right now. The Common Council voted 5-4 in favor of selling the property that on Whitesboro Street that has been in contention. I know that Rob Esch's group was looking to put an athletic complex in there. The Whitesboro-based group was looking to develop an apartment complex, and the council voted in favor of allowing that apartment complex to move forward. The mayor's on the line. Mayor, a lot of people saying this is not what is needed for that part of downtown Utica. What do you say?
Well, I say, first and foremost, it was supported by members of the Common Council. It was supported by the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. And I think let's just slide back a little bit. When the controversy came up, or I don't want to say controversy, the opportunity to have two existing great opportunities for there. I sat with Carl Anise over about a 3-month period of time with Purcell, and at that point it was discussed and it was decided at that point that they could coexist. So I think at this time that we're speaking, that it's an opportunity for us to revitalize that area along with the harbor and really knock it out of the park. So I think there's enough room over there. We've illustrated it. I look forward to working with the authority, and I also look forward to working with future developers in that region. I just think it's a great time for our city. They have a neighborhood down there as it was a kind of the master plan called for. We spent close to $400,000, the master plan, which is, it's a footprint. It's not dictated, but the Zimmerman Volk Group said the exact same thing. So I think as we could coexist, as Carol Anise said, absolutely we can. Why he changed at the very end, I don't know. But we had 3 meetings. Right. The dates were, I'll give you specific dates, January 25th at 2:30,
yeah.
February 22nd at 2:30. We met again on 3/7 at 3 o'clock. So we met with Purcell, and they were in the room, and things were going extremely well, very encouraged. So, I think everyone can coexist. It's just a point of it's not my way.
If I could, Mayor.
Sure.
Yeah. If I could, you keep saying about everyone could coexist. So you would be good with, and you feel it can be done with the property that's down there.
100%.
The sports complex
100%.
Could live along with. You believe so?
Not that I believe that we have illustrated. We put it down on paper. And again, Carl Anise came in, and I asked him if he had the authority to either make decisions, and he said absolutely. There were people in the room. They did not have any plans, but based on what some of the conceptuals they were talking about, we put pen to paper and we developed an overall scheme which worked out. As a matter of fact, Carol Anise asked Purcell, would you want to coexist with this being there? Absolutely, we have no problem. So, we did our due diligence, and I think the biggest thing this administration does is trying to work with everyone to be the betterment of the future of this great city in the region as a destination. And we haven't even talked about the beauty of the harbor and how that could actually blend into this also. It has always been that part of the auditorium should be for entertainment and increase that district. But it also has in the master plan the parcel that we're talking about for townhouses or a neighborhood. So it's been talked about. So your question is absolutely could they coexist?
Right.
I'm 100% sure they can.
Can I ask you, is there a bit of a power struggle? And you tell me between your office and maybe the county and maybe Rob Esch's team, is there something going on here that it just seems like there is some struggle here? What can you tell us?
So let me tell you this: as far as the city goes, this administration, and I'll say for myself, that was one of the major things that has kind of stagnated the city for 60 or 70 years. I am open to any ideas that are out there. End of story. We sat with them. We looked at them. I don't know if the struggle is not from the city administration. We're open. We'll do whatever we can do. If that was the case, then, Bill, I would have never entertained having Carol Anise coming in here, the chairman of the authority, to sit down over a 3-month period of time to see if we could coexist. That would have never been.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I can't speak about anybody else, but I can only tell you at this point, we're trying and we are moving the city forward. Is it always, you play in the sandbox. That's all I can say is that the city has shown over the last 5 years, Bill. Let's look at the development of the city. It's moving in the right direction.
Play in the sandbox, sometimes you get sand in your socks. It's uncomfortable.
It won't be the first time, won't be the last time that I get sand kicked in my eyes. The bottom line is clean out my eyes and let's move forward, because at the end of the day, it's the city. It's not any particular person. It's not a personality. It's not a power struggle. If we have not learned our lessons over the last 70 years, what has not worked for the city, I am not going to let that happen again.
So, Mayor, I got to tell you, you got both coming in. You said on paper, and it was agreed to, that both could coexist there. Yeah, I would say this. Who's the city to be telling people no, you can't come in and develop?
Well, in speaking to who?
I'm agreeing with you, Mayor.
Okay, that's my point is, if we couldn't coexist, or if there was a plan that was placed in front of me, again, Carol Anise is the chairperson. Was he the right person at the table? I don't know. I invited Mr. Esch. He was tied up and he was busy. I understand that. But, his representative for the audit authority was Carol Anise. That's who we sat with. Purcell was in here. That's who we met with. I don't know what else the city can do and will do. We will work with everyone. We want development. But you know what? We're talking about a 5.5 acre, and we're not even talking about the future development of the harbor, where many of these things could coexist and build and have a destination that could be a once-in-a-lifetime. All the things that are happening in our city at this point, between the announcement of Nano, the announcement of the hospital, the announcement of, as much as this is, the development of this area, you're seeing you're seeing the rebirth of our downtown. More importantly, you're feeling people are proud now of the city. So this administration will never be the political monger that we've seen in the past. We will work with everybody, but I will not be intimidated.
All right, well, that is interesting. That leaves it to be continued. I will not be intimidated. Definitely makes me believe there is something between you and the county, and you and maybe Ash's team.
Well,
we'll leave that.
There's not the team is. There was 6 months of developing a plan. They waited.
Were they intimidating you?
No, not me. Absolutely not me.
Okay.
Not at all.
But do you feel there was intimidation going on?
Well, I think there's some people out there that felt that it was this way or no way. But again, if the case may be, if we didn't sit down with somebody, then the conversation that we're having right now would have been totally different. If I said I don't want to talk with anybody, we're going this way, and let the cards fall where they may be, then I could say, you know what, Mayor, you didn't bring him in, you didn't engage, you didn't give him an opportunity. The opportunity was not only there for the last 6 months, but it's going to be there for the next 6 months. I would love to coexist at this point. We've shown that there's an opportunity, and I would like to look for the future development, not only of that parcel, but also the future of the harbor, how we could coexist and make that, again, a destination.
Got it. Got to go. We appreciate your time. We'll continue this tomorrow. But, Mayor, thanks.